Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mr. Action back at you with another episode of Packed In Action Figure Reviews, where we give you that action that's packed in. And on today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series 60th Anniversary Action Soldier Infantry. And man, I am really excited for this figure. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When it comes to the G.I. Joe figures, it's that line that I seldomly do collect. But one thing I will say is that Hasbro definitely puts their foot in the pot when they do come up with their G.I. Joe figures, because it seems to me that the G.I. Joe figures just seem to get more love for some reason, and that's perfectly okay. But this figure, man, it comes with a lot of accessories. I'm definitely excited to be bringing it forward to you guys today. But I mean, hey man, G.I. Joe is the real American hero. Take that, Captain America. And here we have our action soldier out of the box, and I think that Hasbro did a phenomenal job with the execution of this figure, man. With the amount of accessories that we got, I kind of feel like we got 3 figures in one, man, which I think is really, really cool, man. The amount of accessories that this comes with, from the interchangeable pouches that you can put on his vest to, the different guns that he has with removable magazines. I think that, this leaves a very good first impression, you know what I'm saying? Especially, just looking at all the different variations and the different options with the versatility that you could do with this figure. Very, very, very well executed, and I think that Hasbro really put their foot in the pot with this figure, man. Really, really, really good, man. But without further ado, man, let's get this guy off of the rotating stand and let's take a closer look. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and jump into accessories, and man, there's just so much I don't even know where to start. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with this backpack, and I really do like the texture on this backpack. It's not flat at all. If you look closely more at it, you do see that there's some texture. I really do like the attention to the detail with the the wrinkles and everything like that, and the buckle straps. Really, really nice backpack. And this here, man, it's a nice medium in between soft and hard, so you don't have to really worry about this breaking off into your figure or anything like that. Then taking a look over here at some of these pouches, man, we can still see that they're really nicely detailed and well done, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I really do like about these pouches is that they are all interchangeable, so you can plug them into your soldier for different pouch combinations, which I really think is really, really cool, man. But I really like the attention to detail, man. Hasbro really did not skip out on the detailing for the accessories. The only thing I would probably add to it would probably be like a wash to it, just to kind of bring out some more of the detail. But as you can see, man, for what we have, it's not that bad at all. Then our soldier also does come with a walkie-talkie, man, and I really like the attention to detail, man. You can make out the buttons and even the knob up here, like to turn the channel or the volume down. You don't want to get caught by enemy soldiers or anything like that. Then forgive me for my gun ignorance. I don't know what kind of gun this is called, but I do know that it's a very powerful gun. And what's really cool about this is that it does have this magazine or drum that is also detachable, which is also really, really cool. Kind of adds a little bit of realism to it. But just taking a look at the gun, man, it's really cool. It also does have these stands that can be dragged down. I don't want to break them. Let's get that down. Gotcha. So you know what I'm saying, you can kind of have him posted up shooting from far away, or however you may see fit. Then he also does have this little handle up here, which is also really, really nice, man. But I really do like the attention to detail with the guns. Then we also do have a standard rifle, and just like the previous gun that I showed you before, one cool thing about it is that it does have this detachable magazine right here, so that's also really, really, really nice. And then it also does have this cool little function here if you want to have your soldier hold the stand there as well, man. And I really do like how the gun is molded. You know what I'm saying? There's not that really much paint on it, but I think it works for what it is. Then coming over here to this big gun up top here, this is also really, really, really cool, man. And it's another mounted kind of gun type. And then what's really cool about this is that it does have these bullets that can be taken out, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's really, 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 really cool. And what I also do like is that this here is actually articulated too, so you can actually move it 360 degrees, and you can actually have it move up and down. And then there's also some more added realism with the double handle here. You can actually take that out and replace it with a single handle, which I think is also really cool. So nice versatility when it comes down to the options with the guns, man. I can honestly say, man, very well done. Then we have the standard handgun, which is also really nice. When I first seen this, I did think that you could take out the magazine from out of it, but you can't. But still, a nice little touch to it. Then we also do have this little scarf here, which I also think is really nice. Then again, we also do have that nice detailing there, man. Really cool stuff, man. Really nice. Then we also do have his dog chain or dog tags. And they came out really good, man. I would have thought they were gonna be a little bit more flimsy, but the plastic is actually pretty sturdy. And then we also do have this interchangeable head, and I do like the fact that they gave us the option to switch it up, what I'm saying, if you wanted to switch the ethnicity of your character, which is I think is a really cool additive to it. It really gives your playability factor a little bit more leverage. So mine unfortunately came with a little splotch there. And then with the interchangeable head also comes the hands that come with it to match. And they really did a good job with these, man. You can see that their gloves, tactical gloves on there, man. Really cool, really nice stuff. Then along with those gloves, we also do have this helmet here. And I really like that they didn't decide that they were gonna be completely flat with it. They definitely added some texture and some paint work into there, so you could kind of see some of the stitching and the harnessing and everything like that. And you can even see some of the detailing in the buckles, man. The detail is really there, and I really do appreciate that they went that far out. And then last but not least, we also do have another head accessory. We do have this little hoodie here, man, and I think that they did a really good job. It does kind of have this little design, and you kind of see the stitch work up there and up top and everything like that, man. And I'm very happy that Hasbro really blessed us with that. Then last but not least, we also do have his camouflage poncho or camouflage garment. I'm not quite sure what this would be called, but it does have this little stitch pouch here, which is realistic, and you can actually add some extra stuff in there too as well. But all of the accessories that this came with, man, I'm very happy that Hasbro blessed us with all of this, man. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to the next step. Now jumping off over into the aesthetics of this figure, I am thoroughly impressed with the execution of this soldier. So salutes to Hasbro and the team for making a very well sculpted and very well detailed infantry soldier, man. I definitely feel like this is a very good representation of that. Over here taking a look at the head sculpt, I really like how they did the eyes for this figure, man. You can definitely see that this soldier has definitely seen some things. Over here taking a look at the dog tag and even the flashlight on the chest, man. I really like how everything is well done here. Even taking a look at the camouflage on the costume and everything like that. The details came out really good. Then over here taking a look at the pouches. Now again, these pouches are detachable, so they can be removed, but of course the uniform looks a lot better with it, but that option is there for you if need be. Then taking a look over here towards the bottom of it, we also do have this belt here. And again, the only really thing that I would add to this is probably maybe a wash, just to kind of bring out some of the detailing there. I do have a little splotch there, but apart from the wash that I would add to it, I think that this came out really good, man. The attention to detail on here is immaculate. Taking a look over here at the legs and the pants, I do like that it has a texture to it. I don't believe the hands up top have any texture, but here you can kind of see that there is some kind of texture there, so it kind of helps break down the figure up, or break up the figure up a little bit more, which I think is really cool. Then we also do have his holster here on the side with the gun in there, which is really nice and cool. We do see the buckle detail. Then over here taking a look at the boots, what I'm saying, very well detailed. We even have the tread on the bottom, which I think came out really nice. He also does have another pouch there, and very well executed figure. I mean, again, the only thing I would really say that I would add to it as far as aesthetics would probably be a little bit more wash on certain parts, but apart from that, man, I think that this figure was executed very well, and it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I can definitely see that much. Now jumping right along over into the articulation, our soldier can look this far up, which honestly is not that much up, to be honest. It only seems like that's the furthest that you're gonna get, and he can look quite down a bit. So in this case, I kind of do wish that we did have the ball peg and the hinge, just so that way we can get more rotation. And then over here to the arms, we do have the T-man pose, so his arms can go all the way out. He does have bicep swivel. Sometimes when you do turn it, it does turn the whole arm, so just be mindful with that. Then we also do have double jointed elbows, which do go past 90 degrees, which I really like. Then over here with the wrist on this hand, it does go up and down, which I think is really cool. And then on this side, it goes side to side, but because of the cuffs, we're gonna have some limitations with the articulation there. Then over here to the side, we do also see that he has some nice butterfly joints, which can go quite the range. So we can get it to go about maybe this far up, and we can get it to go about this far back. Then moving right along over here into the midsection, we also actually do have a ab crunch in there, and I would have thought that because of this soft goods plastic that we wouldn't be able to get that much of a crunch, but to my surprise, we actually do. So he's kind of already crunched down already. This would be him in a neutral position. This would be him going back. So we do get a really nice deep ab crunch, which I think is really cool, considering that we have this. And mind you, this is with all of his pouches on there. You do have that option to take it off, so it's really nice that we can get that range of motion even with the soft goods coat on there, soft goods plastic. Then taking a look over here at the waist, we do also have 360 degrees waist articulation. Then over here to the legs, we can get it to go out quite far enough, which I think is really cool. Then we also do have his legs that can go out this much. They can go back about this much, which I think is really nice. He also does have some drop down hips, so they can go up and they can be pulled down as so. We do have thigh cut, which is 360 degrees, and we also do have double jointed knees, which is nice and tight, so that's really good. Then we also do have some boot rotation. Let's get that to focus, 360. Then we also do have his foot on a hinge, which goes down this much. It goes up about that much, and it also does go side to side, which is really nice. Now jumping over into some size comparisons. Over there to the left, we have, I can't ever remember his name, but he has a scar on his face, so I call him Scarface. And over there to the right, we also do have Stuart from the classified G.I. Joe series. And unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, guys, I don't really collect G.I. Joe. I seldomly do, so that's the only two G.I. Joes I have to compare them to, so my bad. But to keep things soldier related, over there to the left, we do have the Marvel Legends Winter Soldier. And then over there to the right, we also do have the Marvel Legends MCU Killmonger. Then here he is next to the Marvel Legends Cable, and we also have him over there next to Deadpool. And then for the last bit of soldiers that I do have the 20th anniversary Captain America. And then over there to the right, I also do have Maverick. So after all is said and done, I think this is a very well executed figure from Hasbro and the G.I. Joe team. I think that this figure is definitely going to be in my top 10, figures of the year. Even though this is not like a specific character, I know it's more of just like a generalized character. I think for it just being a generalized soldier, I think that, it comes off really good with, the sculpting, the amount of accessories, the interchangeable pouches, just everything, man. I think that this was a very well executed deluxe figure, man. Now when it comes down to the overall grading of this figure, I think that this soldier has performed his duties exceptionally well, with the exception of a few minor flaws, and one of those pertaining to be the neck articulation. With this guy, unfortunately, he cannot get that good range of motion looking up. The only other thing that I would take away from this figure would be maybe the lack of wash when it comes down to the accessories pertaining to the pouches and the harness, as well as some of the gun holsters on his leg. I definitely feel like maybe a little wash would have went a long way, but that's just my minor nitpick. So I'm gonna give this guy a 9.5, man. This figure has been executed phenomenally well, and I am very pleased with having it and owning it, and just playing with it, man. You can really get a lot of versatility with this guy. So with all of that being said, guys, thanks for checking out another episode of Packed In Action Figure Reviews, where we give you that action that's packed in. Please like and subscribe, as it helps out my channel tremendously. You guys have a good one. Take care.